Yeah.
Drama all around me, they be DC.
West side.
This time they can't switch sides. A bird's eye when I swear by. Top down, they was not around who I got now. We made champions, yeah. In the trenches, we made champions, yeah. At the bottom, we made champions, yeah. At the bottom, at the bottom.
What's up, world? We have another episode of the Live to Be Legendary podcast. It's your boy, Fresh the Legend, and my co-host, Scoe. Today's guest personifies what Live to Be Legendary means. It's Mr. Philadelphia, the voice of the people. He's pushing the culture. We have today Motivate Youth 215. What's up, Mir? Thanks for coming, man. Happy to have you.
Told you I was.
You did.
I told you I was coming.
You did. So, you on the scene. You came on the scene. All I knew came from out of nowhere in my view. Like I just one day hopped on the TL. You just everywhere. But before we get to all that, I want to know like where you from in Philly?
South Philly.
You from South Philly? What area?
Tasker Projects.
All right, you played in West too, right?
Yeah, I've been out West Philly for 20 years.
Yeah,
all right,
he one of us for
a little
real.
longer.
Okay, Southwest.
West Plains, but
real.
South Philly all my life.
All right, and like this is my first time really being around you, like it's building what you're saying with you. I want to let you know, like you give off like a come on home demeanor. Did you do some time?
Yeah, I've been home for a while now, but I did 9 years all ago, upstate. Prior to that, juvenile life. Prior to that, mental hospital. I've been in institutionalized probably 75% of my life.
And I want to build on that. I be noticing a lot of people that's come up from jail, they're really like, they're kind of winning. They had their purpose. They know what they're doing. They making moves. Like, why do you think people that's coming home now are finally like getting it and like pushing culture more than people that's been home a long time?
I think for some people, I know I can only speak on myself. I had to stumble a few times. Like you know, normally when you come out, you be in there and you come out with a plan, but then when you hit the streets, you know, reality hits you. How you gonna take care of yourself? Which direction you gonna go to? And really, without no plan and really like being focused, you can kind of stumble because you come back, everything is different. Everything changed. A lot of the people you was in the streets with may be dead or in jail. Everything changes, man. Family situation is different. Friends who you might have thought had money for you don't got money for you. Job opportunities, everything changes. So you got to figure out how to adapt. Some people would adapt faster, other people adapt slower, but it all depends on, you know, that purpose. I feel like we all got a purpose. So until you find it, you're going to stumble a few times until when you really find it, though, it's like it's no turning it off. Like once you really find it.
So, you said you've been in about 75% of your life, you've been institutional, right?
Yep.
So, what happened to make you flip and turn super positive and like pushing the culture? Where'd that come from? Because it's easy to stay in that mindset. You literally did a 180.
I feel like there's a couple things that, you know, that played a part in it. The deaths, I seen too many of them. You know, I got support of, you know, my wife over there, Vonnie, you know, she kind of like pushed me towards this angle, like being more vocal and stuff like that on social media. But it was just like, it felt like every death kept getting closer. Every single one was like God showing me like, if you don't change your ways, you next. And they was all younger than me. It wasn't like nobody my age. It was like I always had relationships with the young boys, always. Since I was a young boy, and as I got older, I always had relationships with them, and they was just one by one. It was just I was going to janaza after janaza, funeral after funeral, and it was just like I was connected to each one of them. So it was just like, it was like, no, I can't, because it felt like indirectly I'm causing it. Like, because at the end of the day, though I'm not involved in them, it's like, if I don't change my ways, I'm kind of like leading them back. I did that already. I went upstate for that. So it's like, even though I'm not deep in it how I was before I went to jail, I'm still indirectly involved because I'm trying to tell them how to navigate, but I'm still in the street. So it's like I'm a hypocrite. So if my effect, I'm not gonna really have the effect until I get all the way out. Okay. So I had to be all the way out. It was no more straddling the fence. I had to be all the way out of it.
So you felt like you had 5 bullets in a revolver?
Yeah.
And one space left?
Yeah, one. That was it. That's really the truth.
Yeah.
That's really
where
the
that came
truth,
from?
bro. Yeah.
Revolver there?
Yeah.
So what happened, like, cause like you get superhero vibes to me, but you know, you're human, like, you know, like we all are. So what happened, I want people to know that watching this and look up to you. what did you do to make you say, I'm gonna go on the gram and start using my voice to affect the culture, start going outside? Like what, like was it a collective of things? Did something happen that you seen that made you go to superhero vibes? Like,
like I said, you know, my wife, she pushed me more towards, I was more like on the business tip, junk removal, you feel what I'm saying?
Before you the boys, what were you doing?
Boys, that's what I was doing. I was like showing them how to make money with a pickup truck.
Oh, you was doing it in the streets without the gram?
Yeah, no, even with the gram, but off the gram as well.
Yeah.
So I always tell people, like, I didn't catch up to Instagram. Instagram caught up to me.
Okay.
A lot of the stuff that I'm doing on Instagram, I've been doing it. I was doing it in jail. I was doing it on the streets. I've been squashing wars. I've been trying to get neighborhoods together. I've been doing this. It's just that now that I'm on social media, people seeing it all around the city. And the reason why it's growing and it's so organic because, like I said, that 75, that jail was the gift and the curse. That allowed me to know everybody. Okay. So I'm plugged into every majority of the city of Philadelphia. I've been in jail with everybody. So it's just like, oh no, when people fact check it, it's gonna be like, young boys gonna say, oh no, he been telling us this. He been talking about this. Older people will be like, no, he been getting dudes in the yard to mediate and be like, hey man, both of y'all thorough and stuff. So I've been doing it. It's just that now they catching up to it and it's starting to have an effect because it's starting to wake people up. And that's my only goal is just to knock down that geographical stuff, man.
And I know he's not lying because he's respected in the streets. And in Philly, you gotta have respect in the streets for people to really back you, because it's this type of city it is. So when I see your effect, I'm like, yeah, he be everywhere, pull up to all the celebrities, all the hoods. It's like kind of like a Wallow effect, but you don't have like the Gilly backing you. It's just you. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, like that's how I wanted to know, like, how did you get it? But now it makes sense. You being in the hood, you being in the streets, being locked up.
And then just paying attention, like when you really tap in, like I understand, like I always tell people, I see a lot of people like that came before me, they want to take Philly to the world. I want to bring the world to Philly. I want to do it the opposite way. You feel what I'm saying? I want to showcase what we got going on in Philly. That's why when I did that, we didn't know each other from a can of spray paint when I did that video on you. But I recognized, I seen, for one, open mics went away a long time ago in the city. It used to be a thing. You used to see them all the time. Yeah. Everybody had open mics. The night scene in Philly was live. It was different talent shows. It was all types of, and it just died. You feel what I'm saying? So when I seen it and I seen your page, I said, oh damn, this dude bringing it back. Yeah. You feel now you on my radar. Now I'm watching you. You feel what I'm saying? Fresh. So exactly. So when I'm watching him, I'm like, oh bet, now it's time. So it was just time for me to do that video because I seen then when I start seeing how long you've been doing it for, I said, oh, he young and been doing it for a while. So all right, bet. Now it's time for me to reach down, because that's what it's about. You feel what I'm saying? It's just once you get to a certain plateau, it's like, yo, we can see people beneath us. And that's just in numbers. We ain't forget the numbers. We just talking about impact, because at the end of the day, what you doing, you indirectly helping so many other different people because you connected. We all connected for real. Yeah. So when one person helps one person, you really helping so many other people indirectly, because at the end of the day, when everybody push through, say for example, like you told me, you met Amir Ali in the dialogue. A lot of people don't even know about the dialogue, bro. A lot of people never, and if most people walk in there, they were like, man, I'm not staying it. You understand what I'm saying? But real talent came out of the dialogue. You understand what I'm saying? In the trenches of Philly, real talent come out of the trenches. People just can't forget to go back there. You can't forget when you a multi-millionaire to go back to that place and go find that real talent, because more Amir Ali's is going to come out of the dialogue. Different talent is going to come out of different places in Philly. So no matter how high I get, I can't forget to look back to the same city that made me.
Yes, hero.
For sure.
Hero. And we were, you had something to say? I'm sorry, Scoe.
Nah, I just want to know where you get the ideas for some of the shit you be doing. Like, some of the things you do in the city be crazy. So I seen you do the joint on the L, where you inspire all these folks to go on the L.
Yeah, it was like 30 of us.
Yeah, where you be getting these ideas from, and then folks just be following you with it. Like that's a whole nother thing.
Because
you sparked the woman movement.
It take it back to this. Believe it or not, bro, because I'm a fan of history, all history. But one thing for sure, two things for certain is, naturally we all want to be a part of something, whether it's good or bad. You feel what I'm saying? If I wanted to do podcasts and y'all got a good team, and I want to be a part of it, that's what I'm gonna do. A good leader was nothing but a good follower before. Before he was a good leader. You understand what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, that's how the streets pulled a lot of us in, because we didn't have a positive influence. So the negative took a hold of us. You feel, we all wanted to be a part of something, bro. It was a basketball team, football team, soccer, baseball, football, whatever. We all aspired to be a part of something. But it's about what energy and what pulls you a part of that something. You dig what I'm saying? So that's just what it is. So when people see me out and move, a lot of the stuff that I be doing, people naturally want to do. Some people don't be vocal. Some people feel like, I don't want to be Joe, because you know that's a thing in Philly. You understand what I'm saying? But I don't make people feel like that. Come, have a good time. Let's go. Let's build. Let's network. Let's push each other. I don't want to be the only one doing it. If you got a lot you want to clean up, let's go clean your lot. Then let's go do the next thing. I want to make everybody feel equal to a part of the movement. It's a movement, but I want everybody to be equally involved in the movement. You feel what I'm saying?
So you just naturally like this, or did you see somebody this way before, and then you said, damn.
I've been like this. I just, until I found my purpose, I didn't know how I was supposed to use it. You feel what I'm saying? I didn't know how like in the streets, I was using it wrong. You understand what I'm saying? Like I had my own area. I had people working for me. And I was proud of those things. And I realized that as I started getting mature, I'm like, this is not something for me to be proud of. You understand what I'm saying? Like in the streets where people knew me for, I don't want to be proud of that. I never talk about that stuff. You understand? Because I'm not proud of it. I learned from it. You understand? But I'm not proud of it. You feel that's not something, when you really think about it, like when I talk to some of my homies and we talk about the streets, I'll be like, think about it. We everything to the streets, but like, what are we to our families? What are we to our kids? Can your son stand up and be proud of him when they ask your son at career day, what your dad do? Oh, my dad a drug dealer. That's not proud, that's embarrassment. I don't care how much money you get. Your son is never gonna stand up in class and be like, yeah, my dad run 52nd Street or my dad run 60th Street. They gonna look at you like you a failure. You understand what I'm saying? But if you say, hey man, my dad, Fresh the Legend, he got the biggest podcast, or he got open mics, he could run a list of things down that he would be proud of. You understand? So we was so busy on trying to make the streets proud, and we was losing the people that we really loved and cared about and stuff. So I'm just trying to rewire all of us, and myself, I'm still learning, but I'm just trying to rewire all of us and get us back down to that thing of like when we all got love for each other, and it's just like not nobody hating because we all trying to go in the same direction. And let's go. We going forward. You know what I mean?